Feeling good coming off the bye week. Of course, mid-season, you get some nicks and bruises and things like that, but that's what football is, man. But I'm excited for this next half of the season.
What do you feel about going down to Texas to play a game just in the Texas state?
Really, really good, just because it's the next opportunity against a really good football team and what's going to be an electrifying atmosphere. And, man, it's just another opportunity for us to show what Kansas State football is all about and against a really good football team. So, man, I'm super excited.
How much more robust can this offense be than what we've seen already?
I feel like we can be even more robust just from the mere fact that I don't feel like we've put together a full game as a football team, a complete game as an offense. And that's one of the things that we're excited about because it gives us a fuel to go out here to practice today, understanding that, man, we haven't touched the peak of our performance that we can have, and to go out here and, man, every single day just keep grinding, keep doing the things that we need to do to make ourselves better so on Saturday we can put ourselves in a successful chance to go out there and play well.
The fact that you're going against a pretty robust offense too, do you feel like you're going to have to put some points up this week also?
Of course, you got to win points you got to get points to win a football game. But we got a pretty good defense, and man, every single time they step on the football field, there's nothing but utmost confidence that they're going to get us the ball back. And that's one of the things of having a great defense. You want to go out there and play hard for them, put points up for them because you understand it's a long football game. And
haven't played 6 games without a break. Is this as beat up as you'd been at the halfway point of the season?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, each and every one of my years that I've been here, you get to the midway point of football season, you're pretty beat up. But just understanding that you can't relax on anything, any recovery, and anytime you get a bye week, it helps a whole bunch with getting your legs back. So excited for this next half of the season.
Dude, so what do you feel like you guys have learned most about yourselves over the first half of this year?
That we can play for a full 4 quarters, and that's one of the things in the Big 12 with how good these football teams are and how everybody plays through the whole four quarters. Man, you're going to be one of those things where you just have to keep battling, and that's one of the things that I feel really, really confident about our football team is we can keep battling. We can go in there and compete for a full 60 minutes, and that's one of the things that helped us win a lot of games this year.
So what happened to you there at the end of the Iowa State game where you had to walk off and miss the last couple
minutes? Just an unfortunate play where you're blocking and a guy gets hit and his leg kind of whips and lands on yours and just got a little tweak. So one of those things where unfortunate, but I mean that's football. So just gotta get the body back healthy and get ready to go for the next one.
When you proud of the way the DJ came in there and finished that for
Absolutely. I was his biggest cheerleader on the sideline because I understand all the work that he's put in over these past 2 years to get himself ready for this opportunity. And y'all see he runs with behind his pads. He runs powerful. He's a big, strong kid. And the way that he toasted the football, man, it was one of those things where the entire football team was like, oh, yeah, like this guy can run the football. And, man, we're so excited for him. And we can't wait to see what he turns into over these next couple of weeks as well.
When you look at that Iowa State game, I think you finished with just over 20 yards. That's got to be a career low for you here at K-State. Do you have a little bit more of a chip on your shoulder this week to try and go out there and kind of bounce back from that game personally?
Yes, sir. Of course, and that's not new to me. Oklahoma State last year, I believe I had 22 yards on 9 carries or something like that. It's the way that you bounce back. It's the way that you keep going at your grind, your film. Nothing can stop. Nothing can take a step back. Everything has to take a step forward. So not a position that I haven't been in before in my career, and it just makes me hungrier. So I'm excited for this upcoming week. You got a bye week to sit on it, think about it, things like that. So going into this next game, I'm really hungry.
A knock against Adrian after the first 3 games was that he was maybe being too cautious and too worried about turning the ball over, and yet now he's kind of turned it loose and still hasn't turned the ball over. What's been the biggest thing there, and where do you see his growth?
He's just cut it loose, and he's been decisive with the football, whether that be in the read option game or getting the ball to our receivers and then extending plays as well. That's one of the things when you can extend plays that allow for a receiver to break free, break open downfield, and then placing the ball right where it needs to be. It's one of the things that one of the reasons we brought him in is because he's a playmaker, and to give him almost like the full leash to go out there and say, hey, this is the game plan. Go out there and do your thing, and to let him cut it loose, and to see him do that is big time. And we're going to need it for the next 6 games, and we know we're going to get out of them.
What challenges do you see with the TC defense?
Absolutely, athletic, long guys that play really well together. Really run sideline to sideline really well. I really like their linebacker core. Brought in a guy from Navy to play almost like their their Will linebacker. They got D Winters coming back playing. There's Sam. Jamoy Hodges, I believe, is their Mike linebacker, big guy that fills the run game really well. There are DBs. They got some guys came in transfer-wise. They got some guys coming back as well. But they're long. They run well. They tackle well. It's one of the things that we looked at. They tackle pretty well. We looked at some mixed tackle tapes, and there's not a lot on there. So we have to go out there and play some fundamentally sound football. And then, of course, as an offense, we have to stay in the fight the entire game because they're going to make plays, and we're going to make plays. And we have to stay even keel.
Thanks, Deuce.
Nice year, Deuce.
Appreciate it.
20 carries, 109 yards, two TDs against TCU, that 42-yard run. What was the key to success last year on the ground for you?
For us, and we talk about this all the time as an offense, is taking what they give you, taking the 4, taking the 5, taking the 7, taking the 6, understanding that that's going to wear down a defense. When you get to that second quarter, that third quarter, that fourth quarter, the 42 are going to come, the 50 are going to come, the 60 are going to come, the big ones are going to come, and just understanding that with a guy back there like Adrian now, the home run hitter, it can come at any time. So just staying with even kill, staying with the ebbs and flows of the game, understanding that, man, you don't have to make anything pop. It'll happen for you when it's time to go make a play. You're playing football.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.